Hong Kong demonstrators are aiming to make protests a new mid-autumn festival tradition. Activists are carrying lanterns as they combine their actions with celebrations.
Hundreds have gathered with lanterns at Victoria Park in Causeway Bay, chanting slogans and singing protest songs. And dozens more have formed human chains at Lion Rock and Victoria Peak, a very popular tourist hotspot.
Mid-autumn themed protests are scheduled throughout this weekend. For the latest, let's cross over to our correspondent, Leung Wai Kit. He's at Victoria Park. Wai Kit, what's happening at Victoria Park where you are right now?
Well, Steve, judging from the beautiful sea of lights behind me, children carrying lanterns, running around, laughing happily, and people coming out with their families, with their parents, with their children, it's very obvious that for now, it's more celebration than protest. Of course, Hong Kong citizens have been called to come out on Friday nights to combine their protests and celebrations. But for now, at Victoria Park, the celebratory mood trumps protest mode for now. Now, my team and I got here before dark while it was still bright. People whom I spoke to off camera, they generally told me they don't want to talk about the political crisis or the violence that Hong Kong has seen in the last 3 months, because they don't want those topics to dampen their mood. And for those whom I did speak to on camera, I asked them how this year's Mid-Autumn Festival is different for them. Let's take a listen to what they said.
今年嘅其實係中秋節，或者咁講啦，私人啲啦。啱啱我就生咗個妹妹，所以今年中秋節就有哥哥同妹妹同我哋一齊過咯。
香港局勢唔係幾好啦，呢度擺個環境就好似比往年呢少咗，即係空曠咗。咁因為以前可能仲有啲猜燈謎啊或者咩之類咁，今年就好似攤位少咗。
我有㗎，因為我哋今年屋企大咗嚇，多咗一個成員，咁就帶佢落嚟睇下燈籠咁樣嚇。
So, Wai Kit, with most families, celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival, can we expect many to join protests that are planned for the weekend?
Well, it's very hard to say because almost every weekend we have seen violence, and perhaps this weekend may not be an exception because the authorities have already come out to say on Thursday that they do expect violence and they are prepared for violence. But what could be a game changer this weekend is the Mid-Autumn Festival. Quick context to Hong Kong citizens, Mid-Autumn Festival is a big deal. They have reunion dinners, they have reunion lunches, and they make it a point to spend time with their family members. And this is what the authorities on Friday used as a platform to urge people to continue this kind of peaceful mindset, because they urge the protesters to stay home and spend time with their families this weekend. Don't come out on the streets to carry out their protests. And they said that just because they have a weekend of rest does not mean the protest movement would die down. Now, the police made these comments on Friday after an appeal by an organizer to plan a large-scale protest on Sunday was turned down. Now, the police said on Thursday that they expected that rally could spiral into violence. But of course, now they're appealing to people to really go home and spend time with their families over the weekend. Now, as we speak, I've also been receiving messages passed around on social media saying that the airport stress test for Saturday has been cancelled. Of course, everyone, every observer, and many people here in Hong Kong are likely to hope that this peaceful celebratory mood can last as long as possible. But again, the authorities are cautioning that they are ready for any form of violence or protests that might take place over the weekend.
All right, thanks for that. Leung Wai Kit speaking to us from Victoria Park in Hong Kong.